Hi class, my name is Valerie Herrera and I wanted to provide you with a leadership demonstration specific to leading an effective fundraising campaign. Why fundraising? Because that's a lot of what I do in my role in donor programs. So I do fundraise and help provide resources to a lot of partners, community and campus partners, to help them raise funding for a specific purpose or cause. So with fundraising campaigns, there are many key enabling factors that are used in any sort of fundraising effort, whether it's in annual giving campaigns. And annual giving campaigns are, asking donors to give annually to a specific fund, and or crowdfunding campaigns, which those are more grassroots or peer-to-peer led campaigns similar to GoFundMe. And we also have donor solicitations, which we send letters or emails to specific donors of a fund that they probably were interested in or they probably donated to in the past. So crowdfunding campaigns and donor solicitations are very different based on their value propositions and their purpose. However, in my experience working in donor programs and collaborating with campus partners and campaign leaders for crowdfunding projects, I've learned that there are some essential components that are carried across all successful campaigns. And that's the goal, is trying to make a campaign successful, whether their goal is to raise a certain amount of money or their goal is just to get gifts from a certain amount of donors. So with all this, Denning's book rings true to a lot of this line of work. So I wanted to demonstrate how a lot of key enabling factors go hand in hand with fundraising. To start off, when you build out the language or the message to a specific audience that you're trying to appeal to, you would want to frame the message in the most attractive way possible so that it encourages interest to your cause or your purpose. So like I said, Denning's book, The Secret Language of Leadership and How to Inspire Action Through Narrative, really is a lot of what goes into creating the message for an audience for your crowdfunding purpose. And as we learned throughout the course, there is great power in storytelling. So in the first chapter of his book, Denning discusses that key enablers are critical factors in the spoken language of leadership. And I believe we wrote about this in the discussion board week 3. So, as we learned, there are elements to making a true story memorable and interesting, which goes hand in hand with enabling factor of making a commitment to telling authentically true stories. You want to be transparent with what you need funding for. You want to share the good, the bad, the ugly, the challenging, and you want to be able to craft a compelling narrative that outlines why people should support your cause. So for example, for me, I mostly try to support students, of course. So for example, if I'm trying to raise money to a specific fund whose purpose is to help students with travel expenses, so that they can attend a conference or a workshop or an internship that may be out of town and they need funding for it, I would personally want to meet with that student, hear their story, and learn how they benefited from this or learn how they can benefit from this so that I can continue sharing that narrative and sharing their experience to develop a stronger connection with alumni and the community at large. So it is crucial to gather all the necessary information that you need related to your purpose so that you can create that authentic, true story. And of course, once you have all the information at hand, you'd want to focus on how to present your message in the best light and identify who your target audience is. So what I mean by target audience is you wouldn't want to appeal to people who may not be interested in that specific cause. So, for example, if, say the College of Liberal Arts needs funding to, help students buy books, I wouldn't really appeal or solicit to an alum who graduated from a different program, say College of Engineering, because they likely won't understand too much of what that college entails. They'd more likely want to support someone within their program because it's relative to them. They resonate with that area. So of course, that's how you kind of identify who your target audience is. And this is what an enabling cultivating narrative intelligence is about. As a leader of a project or an organization, you would want to listen to your audience of the campaign or the project or your team members so that you can create a narrative that speaks directly to them. And that way you can encourage their participation and their motivation to give or perform better. Narratives possess an uncanny power to inspire because they captivate and they influence, and it all revolves around understanding and creating and leveraging a resonant story that is appealing to them. So as a leader of your crowdfunding campaign, it is important to encourage and cultivate narrative intelligence by employing storytelling of your audience or members' journeys to promote camaraderie and nurture a sense of community. This also goes hand in hand with mastering the audience's story. So narratives do stir emotions. So if you're able to create a message that speaks directly to them, you're more likely to get better engagement and make your purpose or cause relatable. So Deming also asserts that the hard part of communication is often figuring out what story the audience is currently living. So like I said, this you'd want to encourage your audience members to employ storytelling of their experiences to create that camaraderie. And this includes understanding their needs so that you can tailor a narrative that is meaningful to your audience. So with that said, it is important to know your audience so that you can resonate with their interest, resonate with their experiences, and their aspirations. Deming also shares in his book that instead of talking down to people, we need to talk with people. We need to be conducting conversations with people we hope to lead. So articulating a clear and inspiring change idea takes effective leadership if you want to inspire change within a team or within a targeted audience. With that comes transparency and open communication to ensure that your team or your audience has a cognitive understanding of the established structure or of your fundraising purpose. So in conclusion, I do want to emphasize that there is power in storytelling. There are components that are crucial to fundraising and crowdfunding campaign success. And I think that the ability to create narratives, captivate, inspire, and resonate in a lot of what leadership is. And I feel like it is a skill that can transcend in almost any profession, or it can be used for any purpose, as it helps connect individuals on a more meaningful level. So with that said, I hope you were able to take something with you out of my presentation, and I hope that you enjoyed this leadership demonstration. Thank you.